Ooh, is that frost on the grass? Yep, that would appear to be some frost. Good morning, all. This is Mike Cayley 7 on November 24th, 2015. Approximately 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm running slightly behind. It's the day before my Thanksgiving break, and I'm riding to work in a temperature of approximately, 30-something degrees, which is, par for the course at this time of year. Definitely not short sleeves weather. Look at this poor bastard. Boy, everything's all frosty. Alright, so, what's going on with me? I hope you enjoyed that International Day series. I'm the MC of it, and the co-organizer of it, and the advisor for a club called the International Friends Club. Since I teach ESL students English as a second language, I'm kind of the figurehead of it, the titular spokesman. My colleague Wanda, she does a lot of the work, sending out the emails and such. But it's a partnership that works out great. Pain in the ass though, jeez. Had on me kilt. That was nice. I like representing the Scottish side of my ancestry. I found out that part of my family comes from a place called Lanarkshire in Scotland. Kind of near Glasgow. It's the clan called Lockhart, and apparently my ancestors fought with Robert the Bruce. And apparently when Robert the Bruce was killed, my clan had his heart in a box. Hence the term Lockhart. If you look up Clan Lockhart online, you'll find my clan on there, and my clan head, or whatever, the chief of my clan, his name is Angus. It's pretty cool. Anyway. So, current events, I don't know. Happy Thanksgiving to all and sundry. Thank you for the kind words on my recent video, more riding, less talking. I've got another video I made a little while back talking a bit about the Polar Bear Challenge and how it started. So that's coming up. So I'll put that one on later on. That's starting up, I believe, Wednesday next week. That'll be nice. Get some rides in for that. Since I ride anyway, might as well make some videos, have it count. I was watching the news this morning about there's protests now at Princeton because Woodrow Wilson was a racist, and there was protests at Yale and all across the country. Basically, African American students or black students, they're trying to remove any symbol of racism from every corner of American life. And I can understand the anger. And the reason I can understand it is because I was a victim of racism both in Boston and in Hawaii for different reasons and from different peoples. In Boston, I was a victim of anti-black racism because half my family's black. You might not know that. When I was 2 years old, my mother married a guy from Haiti. His name was Pepe. And he was my stepdad. And he had 2 kids from a previous marriage, Kettler and Ketna. And so I had a black older brother and a black older sister, plus 3 white older sisters from my mom's first marriage to my dad. And then my mother and Pepe had another kid named John in 1976. John was mulatto, or mixed, as they say. And then in 1977, they had Mark, my little brother Mark. So I have brown, black, and white in my family. You should have seen the looks on people's faces. Because we were in an all-white neighborhood. Those days are pretty rough days, because I got called an N-word lover, and people treated me different because I had black people in my family. I know they did. I felt it. I saw it. I heard it. And it was aggravating, infuriating. And when I got old enough to defend myself and my family, whenever somebody called my brothers or my sister anything racist, I went atomic. I went nuclear. It was not pretty. So I felt it there. And then in Hawaii, they were anti-white. And I felt the racism there. So I understand the pain of the racism. I really get it. I'll tell you what though, if we're gonna erase all of the racism from our history, then you're gonna have to take George Washington off of everything, change the name of Washington, D.C. to something else. Basically, all the founding fathers were racists, as far as I can tell. That's because they all came from a very racist time. You're basically going to have to clean all of history, all of American history, just clean it right out. Can't talk about the Pilgrims anymore because they killed Native Americans. Even Lincoln would be suspect. Lincoln. I don't think that it's a useful thing to whitewash, for lack of a better term, history, to erase the memory of all these people that came before us, because they weren't only racist, they were other things too. And I think you should have a clear and honest discussion about the fact of their racism, but at the same time, don't erase their memory. You say, yeah, Woodrow Wilson did a lot of great things, and he was a racist asshole. How about that? Name the building after him. And underneath it, maybe put a little, in quotation marks, he was a racist, just like everybody else in his day. I don't know. I'm glad I'm not in charge. I think I'm going to park on the other side today. So, yeah. I don't know what to do about that whole thing. I know that racism sucks and it hurts. It really, really hurts. You know, that's something that actually people don't realize. This country is a nation of immigrants. And as such, because we're a nation of immigrants, the complexity of the nation is always changing. The complexion and the complexity. It used to be Europeans and white people, and now it's going to be brown people and black people. From Africa, from the Middle East, and from Latin America. So eventually, the America that white people know is not going to exist anymore. And guess what? That's good. It's going to happen. You can't stop it, so quit your bitching. Anyway, this is my Kaylee 7. I'll talk to you later.